Take this tree. Whatever. Okay, it's doing. Say hi, Mark.
Right.
Cool. This is Sarah, and I don't know, what day is it? Saturday? Sure. It's the weekend before I leave for my trip to Tokyo, and I'm preparing all the stuff that I'm bringing with me. Kind of scrambling, sort of. I don't know. I just have a lot to do left, and I need to make sure that I stay on top of it. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be the night before. You know how that goes. For those of you who aren't at Maker Faire right now, I welcome you to keep me company. I'm going to be here. Nope, that one. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna be in this space, which is my half of the workroom, doing stuff for like the rest of the day. I don't know how long I'll stream for, but I have like 100 things to do. Like I have a checklist of stuff. I'll go down it to explain what my goal is, and I'm just gonna do and work and talk to you. Mark is over on his half of the workspace, which is the orderly one with all of the boxes that have labels on them now. And he's being super nice right now, and he's soldering connectors for me. Or he's pulling wires out of connectors and then soldering them to boards, right? For my heart-shaped backpack, which is over there on the table. You can kind of see it next to the abundance of octopus over there. Hi, Thomas. A wild stream appeared. Totally is a wild stream. Oh, be a wild stream if I was in a leotard. But I'm not. Let's see. So, okay, what am I doing? So Mark just went and picked up the mail, and some of my little extra circuit boards arrived from OSH Park. There we go. They're tiny. They look like poker chips, kind of, but they're like a little, kind of like, I don't know, walnut shape whatevers. These tiny little things are adapters. I think you plug. Actually, we're not plugging the Molex in anymore. It basically adapts Molex to Cat 5. So these big black Cat 5 things, you know what those look like. Cat 5 cable, like female hole, is going to go on one side of these, and then the other is going to have a Molex connector which connects to the heart board. It's going in the backpack. And I guess I can like preface all of this and say that everything that I'm working on right now, that I'm preparing for next week, is part of the Shibone project, which is the wearable project that I've been working on like the past couple weeks. The two things that I'm trying to get done in a hurry primarily are the pulse pack, which is the backpack that's on the desk right there, and that's basically a big wearable breakout board for this circuit board right here. So this is the brain that's going to be running the whole show, the whole wearables show, and there are connectors around the edge of the board that are going to branch out to the edge of the backpack, and then the edge of the backpack is going to feed to all the actual wearable peripherals. Yeah. So I guess, I don't know, how should I do this? And I think at some point, I don't know if I'll move that camera, but when I do start doing the heart surgery on the table, I'll probably set up a camera so that I can at least document installing like the permanent fixtures, and I can probably throw that in one of my normal video updates that's not a stream. It's probably how I'll do that. But there's one of these over here I can show you. This is also the first time that I'm using the AAAAAA, like the really big chip that Mark soldered to this thing like a couple days ago. I think it was last Saturday, right? A week ago? It's the first time I've ever used a chip this big, so I need to make sure that I use it well and it doesn't go begging. Oh no, it's hot in here. So, let's see. There's LEDs on the back of this. Yeah, So once this is mounted inside of the backpack, it's going to backlight everything from the inside nicely. So you'll kind of see the silhouette of the heart kind of floating majestically in the center of the backpack. And I can plug this in now because this arrived in the mail as well, along with my mini boards. And this is a, let's stick this there. This is a, I'll show you, it's a battery. Like I am bringing with me to Tokyo a rechargeable USB battery pack so that I can not be stranded and not kill my phone checking the map and stuff. So this is going to serve multiple purposes while I'm there. It's going to be like my lifeline for charging my phone. In addition to probably powering Noodle and powering my craziness. If I can get the sticker off. I could just cut it, but I'm doing it the difficult way. Whatever. And yeah, I have bedhead. And look at those bangs just kind of. Yeah. Okay. It's Saturday. Okay. Ooh, it's nice. Mark, it's super nice. So this is my new rechargeable battery thing. It smells like new technology. It looks kind of like a phone. There. So it's red, it matches the heart. This is actually going to drop down inside of the middle of the backpack. There's a place for it to go. It just kind of like slides in and it's gonna power the heart. So this is gonna kind of sit behind it. Good. Hello, James. How are you guys doing? Having a good, whatever this is, afternoon, day, whatever time it is. Uh-oh. Is this the right connector for that? Mark, where did your micro tiny thing go? The little one.
You had it. You took it. It's like this.
Where did I put it?
Hi, everybody.
That's Mark.
I'm like getting a side view.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's like no.
That's for charging this.
Oh, that okay. It's USB 3 style. Okay. You can charge your MacBook with that too.
Ooh.
In case you run out of juice.
I don't want to run out of juice. Hold that in.
It's a yeah. You're using all my cables.
Yep.
To go on Amazon and buy like a whole nother 6-7 pack of it.
Oh wait, here it is.
She found it.
Yeah. Cool. So I plug this thing in. There we go. It's gonna pulse. Yeah? So that's literally all it does right now, yet, because it doesn't have to do anything. Nothing's ready. So the heart exists. It's prepared to receive peripherals, but until it's needed, it's just gonna park itself in the shiny red backpack over there and light things up and make them all pretty. They look demonic. Yeah, okay. Ooh, hey Polis Squalus. And Benjamin. How are you guys doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm distracting you. I'm sorry. Other side of the mask. Procrastinate, MCP. Yes. I'm like technically don't worry, I'm procrastinating too. I get things done like 50% as fast when I'm streaming because I'm being social. Um, so I must not be in that much of a hurry to get all of this stuff done. I don't know. I'm almost there. Mark was helping me all week, well, this morning up until about noon, get the code on the beatbox working, which is the salmon fillet. Here, let me unplug this and I can show you. Okay.
No. No button.
What?
They're usually auto. If you're drawing power, then they're on. And if they're not, they're
I'll leave it.
I want to charge it before you use it.
Okay. I have no idea. Let's see. So Mark has the same.
Then push and hold it.
Huh. Okay.
That is a nice little pad.
Really good.
Very solid.
Yes.
Metal.
And it's nice and good. I can show you this. Like, this is the big salmon. So this is bench salmon. This is like the salmon that's going to sit on the tabletop, and it has everything hooked up to it, and I'm going to demo it as like a separate entity that's just going to plop down and do its thing. When I designed this and printed it, I didn't know how big my circuit board was going to be. Like, I didn't even conceive of it being salmon yet. Because ultimately, this board right here, there we go, the fillet, which I've since designed. The only reason why this ended up looking like a cross section of fish is because this, like, looked kind of like a fillet of fish before that, and I stared at its form enough and was like, okay, it's kind of like a fish fillet, so this gets to be a cross section of salmon. And then I added this fancy grating on the side that looks like salmon marbling, so now it just really says fish all around, which wasn't the original plan, but that's kind of what it became. You know how that goes. Things kind of, you know, take on a life of their own as the project evolves. Not a life of their own, but an identity of their own that you didn't necessarily plan for in the beginning. I don't know. So this thing works. There's like one jumper wire on the front. It's because I forgot to hook something up because I suck, but it's okay. The next version will be better, and I'll probably move the connectors around so they're not as dumb, because, I don't know, that's kind of inconvenient. But yeah, so this thing, Mark got it working with this pulse sensor. It's like the most low-hanging fruit from Adafruit, but this thing right here, and this works great on Mark, but it's horrible on me. Like, it'll work for Mark for the whole, it worked on him the whole morning, and he had me come over when he thought he had it working, and I put it on my finger and it immediately stopped and then never picked up my pulse. So apparently I'm like dead inside, and it knows that. But it works for Mark great. So hopefully this thing also works for somebody else that's wherever I'm gonna be next week, because sure as hell doesn't work on me. Hello, Kobe Clips. You stream here and not Twitch with that mannequin nudity? Mannequin nudity? I don't know. Is mannequin nudity technically nudity? Humans need to become less sensitive. It's a mannequin. They're commenting on Tiberius in the background. There's like buns. Sexy buns. You don't want to see the other mannequin in the other room. He's got quite the get up on. Or is that one?
Tiberius does have a nice little tight butt.
He does have a nice little tight butt.
You can tell by the smudges that it's been used.
Yeah, he's got skid marks. Our mannequins have been through some serious trauma in their life. Ha. Yeah, I don't know. My experience with sensors is that they never work as well as you want them to, or expect them to, or hope that they're going to. Like everything that I've used that required some form of input to trigger something never does so as easily as I'm hoping. Not that I know what I'm doing. It's usually Mark who's suffering trying to figure out how to get it to work. Trying to wield it in the way that it was intended. Right, Mark?
Yeah.
So I say it's a pain in my ass. It's actually a pain in his ass. Anyhow, the fish knows the truth. It must be silenced. Then they know. Yes. Did you replace the sticky bit when you move the pulse sensor? Or is that a clip-on? Sticky bit? Uh-oh. Did you replace the sticky bit? There's no sticky bit. Yeah, it came with sticky bits. I didn't see any instructions. I'll go online and see if there's extra instructions. It's not a clip-on. It did come with sticky things though, so maybe I'm supposed to like put a sticker over the sensor so that it does things to the light and makes it do things and stuff better. Maybe there's like a function to that, whatever that is. They're these? No, they're clear. They're like completely transparent.
They need help with the gapping. Because they have a sender receiver.
Yeah.
They need help with that.
Alright. I guess I'll read the instructions. Whatever. Anyhow, so I can plug this in and show you, I guess. Oh god. Let's do this. I need to get footage of this working anyway. Like, I have another video that I've been editing that I need to get out soon, hopefully. Twitter. Oh god. I can hear you. Is that too close? Put up here. That's good enough. There's just like a dirty napkin and then an Arduino. That's my life. Okay. So I'm gonna plop this down. Pulse sensor. I think everything's hooked up. I just need to run power to this, which is the I need the FTDI code. Grab that. Reference? Sure.
Don't put the little one.
This one?
Yeah. You say 3.3 on it? The label?
There's no label. Where's the one that...
Yeah, there's a label at the end of the USB. What does that say?
Invoice?
No, not that.
Okay, this is the other one. This one?
Yeah.
The instruction? Isn't it 5 volts? Am I using a 5-volt one? Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so there's salmon. Is it gonna be facing the way that there are lights? I don't even know. Let's see.
Touch is love.
I sound like the devil.
Touch is love. Now, close your eyes.
It's terrifying. It's like the stuff of nightmares, right?
Touch is love.
There
Touch
we
is
go.
love.
Yeah, I have a
Now
pulse.
close your eyes.
Oh, nope, it's going away.
Touch is love. Touch is love.
Why is it all fast?
Now close your eyes. Touch is love. Touch is love.
That's not true. My heart is definitely not
Now
pounding that
close
fast.
your eyes. Touch is love. Touch is love. Now close your eyes.
Okay, that's creeping me out. Can I turn the volume down on that or no?
Touch is love.
Oh, there it is.
Now close your eyes.
That's so terrifying. Yeah, it thinks that, like, my heart's racing for some reason.
Love.
Okay, we'll turn the volume down on that. Okay, so the wave file, like, as of yet, doesn't... The volume of that doesn't scale with the heart rate, because we couldn't get that to do... Like, Mark says that it has something to do with the interrupt, right?
Maybe, but the library that is it called TMR PCM library for Arduino, the set volume is undocumented, and I could never get it to work on any value. So
Okay.
it doesn't tell me what value range to use. So, but
Maybe it's blinded by the amazing paleness. James, that is probably a good assumption. Guess. Would be my guess. Creepiness is probably not a mood setter. Not for most people. I don't know. I still need to... So one of the plan is that Matt, tomorrow, if he actually ends up coming over for the game, which I think he is, the Knights game is on tomorrow, which is Las Vegas's brand spanking new hockey team. My friends are going to come over to watch the game, and I'm going to try and coax them into recording some creepy whispers for my wave file, which this thing is going to kind of play. It's supposed to play the wave file at a volume equal to the heart rate, so that as your pulse speeds up, you can hear the whispers coming from the speaker louder and louder and louder progressively, but I don't think that's gonna end up working for this version, at least not by the time I leave on Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever. So, I don't know. I'll keep playing with it. See, as soon as I put my finger on this thing, it's just like, nope. Like, this thing works pretty well for Mark, but I'm not convinced that it's actually reading my heart rate. So do you have the heart rate? It's not like 1-to-1 doing what it's...
no.
No?
It's just changing the delay between on and off.
Yeah.
So that if your heart rate's faster, it should go really fast, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then if your heart rate's slower, it'll slow down, and then the intensity of the light should also go down.
Why didn't you leave it just scaling 1-to-1?
I'm trying to add dynamicness to it.
Oh.
Otherwise, it just looks like the same thing.
Because it isn't very granular.
It's hard to get. It's just that is a very hard thing to work with in the time frame that you want. So that's what you're getting.
All right. Fine.
At the rate that you pay me.
Fine. You mean in love? Love tokens?
Sure. Is that what that is?
Sure. In kisses?
Kisses, yeah.
In fish.
Fish.
I'll pay you in fish. Oh my god. Okay, so anyhow, this aside, let me unplug this craziness. So, this is bench salmon. It's kind of working. There are two other salmons that are like more ergonomic if that makes any sense. Can a salmon be more ergonomic? What does ergonomic mean? Isn't that like forming to your body?
Fish should be easy to use.
Fish. The future is down here. Oh man. Okay, so there's... In addition, there are these two salmon. Dun-da-da. The ergonomic salmon. They're very pretty. So if I hold this guy up, yeah, you can see that this kind of like squeezes in, it tapers in from top to bottom, so this can actually fit in between my legs better without chafing the inside of my thighs if I did choose to actually wear this as it was intended.
And when you get a chance, you have a decision to make.
Oh god, what's the decision?
So I made these wire harnesses.
Yes.
Where's the key?
Oh god, hang on, honey. I'll fix it.
Oh. Eyes up here.
There you go.
All right. So I made, so this is a Molex cable.
Yes.
I took some old scrap cables. I pulled the wires out, and then I made new 6-pin cables.
Yes.
With the housings. This is your little circuit board that just came in today.
Yeah.
With 6 little holes on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to solder these in right here, and then you'll have this little
Thing.
pigtail, right?
Yes.
And then your Cat 5 connector will go on that side and let you plug crap into it. So
Yes.
this cable is like, what is that? Let's call it 7 inches.
Yes.
In your backpack, the distance looks probably closer to like 4 or whatever. So you're going to need to determine how long you want this to be, and if you just want like squiggle like that in it.
I think I'm gonna have them squiggle. I'm
So-
gonna like.
So this
fan
is
them
probably
out.
too much squiggle. Like if you did this,
Yeah.
and then it compressed down to, so if you compress it down, it would be really like that, which I
Just
think
too
is
much.
probably too much. And
Yeah.
then so you're down to like here, right?
Yeah.
And you could dress it. We can always shorten it later, so you don't want to overcut it.
True.
So I would measure the distance
Okay.
and then maybe add
Half an inch.
like this would be like an inch like that, and that's a nice little spread.
Yeah.
So I'd say an inch
Well, it's gonna be different depending which
where it's plugged in.
where it's plugged in. So we don't want them straight or like super crimpy.
Yeah, that's a nice. They
That'd
they
be
stay
good.
together, but they're some space to them, and they create that salmon pattern again.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make the inside of the backpack look kind of like a muscle or like nerve endings,
Nerves,
kind of like
cortexy.
So that's the aesthetic I'm going for. Okay. I can measure the length from each connector around the heart.
You measure the length. We'll add an inch, and we'll do one cable. And if it looks right, then we'll
Yeah.
base all of them. Will just be that minus an inch for the length. So at some point, let me know, and then we'll solder them up.
Deal. Oh god, please don't fall. Okay. Fair enough. So that's the game plan. But anyhow, yeah. So I'm gonna put together one more of the, what is it? The fillet board to mount inside of this, because I think this the board does fit, and it actually fits with the speaker in there too, and the LEDs in this version. So I'm gonna put together another one, and it's gonna actually, this will be like the model that contains everything. Look, Mark,
Oh, that's nice.
that's a salmon circle.
Yeah.
It's the circle of salmon.
It's a circle. Salmon
Ah.
circle.
It's dirty.
Circle with an S.
Yes. It's an S. Salmon.
It's like a turtle with salmon.
It's a turtle circle. It's nice. Anyhow, okay, stop it. Sarah. Hi guys. The wave needs to be a careless whisper. It is going to be totally a careless whisper. Matt, I don't know. Matt will be here tomorrow, and I'm going to get him all liquored up during the hockey game, and then I'm going to sit him down in front of my computer, and I'm going to be like, talk to me, boy. And he's going to be like, what the hell did he say last time? It was hilarious. I don't even remember. Matt's like full of funny, so he's going to record stuff probably in privacy so that when I turn this thing on in Tokyo, it's going to say a bunch of stuff that I have no control over, and it's going to be really uncomfortable and weird for everybody, because the people I'm showing this to are going to be like, why is it saying that? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. I don't have any control over it. Which is nice. All right, let me measure the length. Alright, which one should I do first? Top?
What?
Do you want me to mark them?
You should number the little black Sharpie or something, number the connectors.
Whee! Noodle. Noodle is being sassy. Where'd my paper clip go? Also, in case anyone was wondering, this is the most useful stuff in the entire world. Like, this is paper tape, micropore, like, whatever. This is the best Band-Aid, and it's the best everything else. I use it, like, in a bunch of miscellaneous circumstances in the lab every day. Right, Mark?
Yes.
And it's a good
It's
Band-Aid.
amazing too.
So, highly recommended. It's up there with calipers. It's that useful. Fresh new box. It also has a nice smell. But yeah, this is the new room, by the way. I don't think I've streamed with this area set up like this yet. Like 2 weeks ago, I just like completely redid this entire half of the room. Like I threw all of Mark's shit out in the halls.
Yeah, thank you.
And I organized everything so that I can actually work. I'm going to have the pleasure of setting up my GoPro directly above the heart over there when I connect these so that I get like nice footage assembling the heart and closing it up, because it should look cool, I think. Like it's turning out pretty interesting looking so far. There. Yeah. There's 9 of these. And then I need to like add these little crackers into the edge. So I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get those to stay in. If I'll be able to. Oh man, what are you guys talking about? Creepiness is probably not a mood setter. Aw. I don't know. Creepiness does it for me, but I'm a weirdo. Yeah. Creepiness definitely is a turn on. That's how I was attracted to Mark, and most of the people in my life, for that matter. Ha! The wave. So volume.
I wasn't trying to be creepy.
The volume control in TMRPCM is just 0 to 7, isn't it? I have no idea.
It's not documented,
It's not documented, Mark says.
at least in the code. Maybe there's a web page for it.
That would be awesome.
You
Should I
can
give
try
it
that
should I
later.
give it text to speech and then just have random people like on the internet tweet at it and then it will text to speech whatever they say?
the
The crotch box.
have it text to speech? Is that a library too?
I don't know. I wonder if there's I could look that up. But no, like
If there's not, you can record text to speech from your Mac to a WAV file
yeah.
with the say command.
I mean, but if I say hypothetically put like a pi 0 in the next version of the Salmon and then had people
Yeah, how big is your salmon gonna get?
I don't know.
Now with Wi-Fi?
Yeah, a Wi-Fi Salmon. I'll have like an internet of crotch like going on. Internet of kink.
Internet of Things.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
I like that
Having,
idea.
You could have it just spew Twitter messages from some
Well, no,
like,
people
some
can
stupid account.
people can tweet at like I don't know, like crotch salmon at crotch salmon and
Right.
then it will I don't know. I think that's a good
You could
idea.
have text to speech read classic poetry
That'd be
or
cool.
read Victorian erotica.
That would be cool.
Remember the time I played you
Yeah.
the Victorian erotica using the text? Like you
Yeah.
could totally do that.
That's a good idea. All right, next version of the Salmon.
I held her closer. She blushed.
I massaged her maiden head.
I threw her frock up over her back and that kind of thing, you know.
Ooh, perfect. It'll be like Stephen Hawking
Yes.
like, whispering dirty to me. Deal. Okay, the next version of the Salmon has to be this. Maybe I'll just do text to speech and record that onto a WAV file, like tonight, or
Maybe.
when Matt comes over. I'll have him, like, say his crazy drunken stuff that he does, and then I'll text to speech all of it, and then just record
You should
his.
take your own source code, put it into text to speech, and then you have that. Because it's not going to sound right at all.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to interpret parentheses.
That's a good
It
idea.
will sound like really bizarre.
This, but I don't know if of any TTS that runs on an Atmega or sounds like a whisper. Creepy
It's pretty.
is a turn on, you say, wiggles eyebrows. Yes, creepy is definitely a turn on, James. For me. But I'm not like most people, apparently. I like weird. I think the weirder something is, the more I'm attracted to it. Like, in all contexts. Like, not even just like talking about mates and like the whole attraction thing. I think just all facets of love. Like I tend to gravitate towards the more like unusual shit or the stuff that makes me really uncomfortable. I think the more uncomfortable something makes me, the more I like it and am attracted to it and compelled to want to be around it. So I don't know. I don't know what that says about you, Mark, but I love you. I want a popsicle.
You just like quirky, weird stuff.
Yeah. I do. Internet of smut. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna label these. Yeah. This gets a sticker. Mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing that you can do, Mark, is when you cut this,
Yeah.
you can cut this at like a slight angle so that when they hook up, they're not all the exact same length
that
as
they'll
they
fan out a
connect.
little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
like just slight.
Okay, I would bias it. All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Did you mark it?
Yeah. So on this side of the tape,
Okay. So cut
and
the tape off.
yeah, cut the tape off, and then I know which ones they are. Well, here, come here. Let me show you. So you can, I want to get your blessing. Is this going to be enough room for you?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to start in this corner and go down. Okay. Oh yeah, what else am I doing right now? I can probably grab you and put you... Oh man. I love using my speakers as camera mounts. It's nice.
Even though I bought a camera mount.
But you have to like unscrew it to swivel it around. Oh, there we go. Bam. Other work area. Here comes the sun. Do do do. So, in this workspace, I'm making the harness that goes on my body that's going to go on the backpack. So that middle plate thing that looks all floppy and loose from here. Wow. That's gonna go, it's gonna get bolted to the other side of that heart that I'm pointing to that you can't see. But you know what I'm talking about. It's the backpack heart, right? Yeah. I gotta actually go check on the print, because... Wait, I put the wrong thing. Could use a mouse. I have adapters for the straps that I need to go check on in the other room. Oh. Okay. So, I don't even know if you guys can see this, but if I hold this up, there's like these straps that have the red vinyl over them. Actually, I don't even know if you can hear me because I don't know what speaker I'm using. Here, let's switch to the webcam one. I don't know. It's probably gonna be garbagey, but yeah, I put the red vinyl on straps, which I sewed, and Mark actually put tape on my body to like get a sense of what the actual shape needed to be to get these to fit, like lay on my chest and my shoulder, kind of in a way that forms to my contours. And I cut the shape out, I stitched these onto some fleece so that the fleece kind of makes nice soft touch contact with my skin and not like sticky vinyl. And I'm just working on making these mounting pieces that are going to attach to my mounting plate, and they thread through a little bit, like a tiny little bit of elastic that I put on the end here so that the straps give a little bit so I can actually get them on my person.
Did I lose a board already? Or did we not do it?
What?
Little boards.
Oh.
Do I have one? I can't find it. Just give me one.
I don't know. Good thing I have two extras.
To turn up somewhere.
Alright, I'll be right back. I need to go check on the things that I was printing, that I was just explaining. I don't even know if what I held up you could see. Doesn't matter. Woo! the raptor's back. So that's these things. Now that I know the camera's pointed pretty low. So this is going to mount here, and the strap is going to thread onto it like this. Where is my nut driver? Fit. Not. As well though. Okay. So these are pinned on here right now, with just like sewing pins, and I'm about to bolt them on, and I'm hoping that these things that I designed actually like route the straps out at the right trajectory so that they don't look funky. Oh man. Yeah, that should do. I'm hoping all this works. Leave it to me to like decide, like, yeah, I'm gonna make a backpack with freaking heart circuit board in it, and I'm going to make it out of vinyl. And I've never done any of this before, but I'm gonna do it right the first time and take it with me in my suitcase to another country and hope that it doesn't get destroyed in the process. Yeah? Because that's just how we do it. A washer. A washer. Washer. Mark.
What?
You're my pizza. Okay, that one's on. That looks about right. And the next one, I'm gonna pull this little pin off. Right here. And put this one on. And that goes on these two? Yeah. Those two holes. Those are the holes that get the attention, Mark.
Yep.
Squeaky hole gets the grease.
Yep.
That's that what they say?
I think so, yeah. Sure.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Weirdo.
Weird is good. Remember that.
My mama said keep it weird. Alright.
Nuh-uh. Oh god. Yeah? Da 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 da. Okay. Where's the hole? It like ran away. Oh, there it is. I hate when the hole runs away. Mark.
There you go.
Markle. Yeah, it's happy? Show the world. Wait, the camera's... Wait, no, there is a camera there.
Oh, there's a camera there. So there's the Cat 5 connector and the PC board, and then I added the wires to it there, and then that's the other end of the wire. So it's a little harness, and it goes into the side of the backpack.
Yeah.
And then when it's plugged in, it should fray. I guess if you twist these right, it'll fray out in a kind of a artistic way. So you can dress the wires. So
Fartsy way.
artsy fartsy.
Gonna look all aesthetically pleasing and stuff. That's how we do it, Mark. The aesthetically pleasing way.
The voices tell me.
God. Luckily that thing's not heavy. It's like a big plastic skeleton with nothing in it. Doesn't have to be super structural.
Alright.
Yeah?
Can they solder the Cat 5 in? I guess determine that the wires are what you want.
Do you want to put the connectors on the heart board? The...
Oh, where's the good? Oh, this one here.
The one that has the big chip on it. Oh God. I'm gonna get a pin in my back.
Sure. Yeah. Connectors there.
Inside.
Just have them.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Noodle. Thought that was a marching band. Mark, how does this look? When you have a minute.
I think it looks good.
I think the one that I put on is this one.
Right?
Does the angle of entry look correct?
You could almost bring these up. Oh, maybe not. I think it sits flat like that. This one?
This one's not connected yet.
Okay, good. I think for the way the curves are cut, I think it's what it needs to be.
Okay.
It should work fine.
This one isn't on yet. This one
Okay.
is.
Yeah, they're looking good. It doesn't look wonky or anything.
But yeah, here, this is what I did. So it's these plastic kind of like braces. They're the red things. They just sort of bolt on there, and then the elastic is actually just sort of like stretched around a loop so that it gives just slightly, so I can get the thing on and off. But since this worked, or it looks like it's gonna work, I'm gonna like print to the opposite side and replace the pins that are like holding this strap on. Yeah. Ooh, hello Puerto Rico. But yeah, so this is gonna, I still have to like sew the seam, like the fleece, to the plastic around the edge, but I don't know. I'm gonna like probably sit down with a tea tonight and do that and relax. Like I do need to wind down a little bit. Mama needs to relax. Alright guys, nope, don't unplug the wrong thing. Okay, so I've been using the Prusa, which is the the new printer that Mark got that's kind of nice. I approve of it. It can print things no other printer that I've seen so far can, so it gets my vote. As far as printers go. The software is a little bit nutty. Oh no, am I gonna be able to? I better be able to do what I need to do without the use of a mouse. Where is it? Where did it go? Is it still open? Yeah, okay. So this I'm going to mirror along the red axis. And I'm going to do the same thing for you. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to export G-code to the Prusa thing, and I'm going to call this strap mounts 2. Sure. Okay. Which is being saved. And it says that the G-code has been exported and it's going to take 59 minutes and 5 seconds. It even gives you seconds. Wow. That's polite of it. Alright, I'm gonna go feed this to the printer and I'll be right back. Yeah? Yeah. Mark, we should totally go get food today.
Let's do it.
What do you want to eat?
I don't know.
I'm cold again. I should totally have a root beer. I think I'm gonna have a root beer. Would you like any refreshments from the kitchen? Uh-oh.
Eventually.
Eventually.
You solder your connectors.
Okay. Thank you. Alright, I need my mouse. Oh, okay. I need a USB bank more than a mouse. And probably more than a root beer too. Woo. There we go. Hi guys. Delicious G-code? Yes. Hello Hank. Anyone doing some cool projects this summer? Delicious, delicious. Which Prusa do we have? Is it the MK3?
3, yeah, brand new one.
Yeah, it's the 3. It's nice. It's like way better than the thing that we've been using, and that thing's pretty nice too. We have like, Mark has the original MakerBot dual, like the Replicator 1, and that thing's been a beast, but it's starting to kind of show its age. At least, I mean, it still works fine, it's just there's certain things that the new one, the Prusa, can do that it can't. It does spans really well, which is something that I've been needing to do for whatever reason a bit more lately. Instead of changing an entire design in CAD to account for whether or not the thing is going to print, this thing gives me a lot of leeway, so I can add like pretty decent sized spans that completely defy gravity, and it can just manage them amazingly, where the other printer cannot. Like if you attempt to do any sort of spanning, you get horrible, like, nasty deformations that are bad. No one likes nasty deformations. But, I don't know. I can probably set up that really nice camera thing that Mark has. This is a camera mount. not a whipping pole. But I can hook my GoPro onto the end of this and then aim it directly down at that heart over there on my auxiliary bench and have it look at you, or have it look directly down on the heart as I do the open heart surgery and connect all the wires once all the little wire harnesses are done. That's the plan. Boot rear? Ha. I'm new to making stuff and I'm working on making a Google Calendar display with a Raspberry Pi, learning things about GPIO pins. You should definitely plan on installing a MOSFET. Yes. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat. Anyhow, Noodle says hi. He has like his own little like landing nest like right in the middle of the room now, which he's totally happy with. This is his happy, safe spot, and he gets to kind of scout and watch what's going on. One of the other things I need to do either today or tomorrow with Mark is get him running again with the what is it? I think it's the Raspberry Pi. His Raspberry Pi runs the camera module that's mounted in between his eyes, and I need that to go, or be on, or be capable of being turned on with a power supply that's small and not heavy, so that when I carry him around, even if his motors aren't operating and everything else is shut off, he can at least snap photos covertly as I walk around the city with him. Because it'd be neat to have, like, Noodle's own recollections of Tokyo. So that's the plan. Which, I don't know. I had that up and working, like, around Christmas time, but I don't know what the hell I did with that system. I think I yanked it out or moved it or screwed with it since then, and it needs to be fixed. Right, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah! How am I gonna do this? Oh man. I don't have enough room. There's never enough room. Guess I could do that. Toaster is going to need to be moved.
Alright, here's your thing.
Yeah.
Love you.
I love you.
Figure out your other cables.
Okay.
I'm gonna go eat food.
What are you going to eat?
I don't know.
Can I eat too?
Yeah, you wanna take a break? I'm gonna stream all day.
Here.
You can go eat lunch somewhere.
Totally eat lunch somewhere. Here's the backpack. So this is the thing that's gonna get the straps. I don't know where the
Put
microphone
your
is.
first cable in.
Yeah?
See how it looks.
I can't. That heart's not
Oh,
in
that's
here
the,
yet.
not the one, yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be take a minute.
Okay.
But yeah. So the straps mount. I need to actually poke holes through this. But you can see there's a bunch of holes in that plate. There's actually nuts trapped in there, and the nuts are going to receive the screws that are going to go through the mounting plate of the straps. So that's going to attach onto the back of this, and then I can put this whole thing on my body, and it can just sort of chill. I don't know. Thereabouts, probably lower. Just like in the drawing. I think I just like secretly get off on drawing something and then creating it in real life. 'Cause I don't know. I like when fiction becomes reality, especially if it's my fiction. Should should probably print some extra parts to take with me. In the case that this doesn't get completely crunched in my luggage, I will wear this around town, at least one day or one night, like in my area, with the lights going and the salmon doing. Maybe, I don't know. The salmon, if I'm gonna actually wear it, needs to get mounted to some panty-like substance so that I can slip into the salmon box and wear it on my pieces. Which I'd like to do. I should eat. Like, I don't think I ate yesterday. I was just busy all day, and then I went to an event of my parents and managed to get through the entire event and then some without getting so much as maybe one roll of sushi in me. And then I went to bed once I got home. So I had like no food yesterday. I haven't eaten yet today, and I've been doing nothing but work. And I guess I've had coffee, but that doesn't count as a nutrition thing. So I should probably food myself. Alright. Oh, God. Sorry. More problems to work out. So yeah, I should probably go hunting for food soon. I've been doing this, what, for an hour? I don't know. That's an overview of what I'm doing. I might maybe turn the stream back on later. And show everything coming together. I have an update that I'm like trying to get out. It's mostly edited, but it shows the progress so far and everything and kind of breaks down the nuance of all the different like micro struggles that I've had to go through. I should probably switch the mic out again. I need to just get a room mic. That's another thing I should probably mention. I'm totally going to go broke in Tokyo, like, next week. So I'm going to literally drain my bank account on this trip because it's getting to that point where after I get back, I'm going to actually need to go, like, whore myself for a while and get some more income, like legitimate income to kind of, I don't know, balance out my life. I don't know. That's the thing with doing this is like money ebbs and flows. It like peaks and troughs, which is fine. It's just, I don't know. It's the end of a cycle, I guess. That's how it's working. But I mean, the fun thing about this is I get to look at it as I'm going for broke in Japan, and I'm going to just enjoy every second of it for what it's worth, and buy all the things and eat all of the things and see all of the things and do everything, and I'm just going to enjoy the shit out of it as much as I can, because I've been wanting to go on this trip or go to Japan now, like, my whole adult life, and it's just never happened because, you know, it's expensive. But I don't know. I'm gonna have some fun. Ha! Kobe clips. I'm not the only person who forgets to eat. Does anybody else have that issue? It's like, I'm the worst human. Like, if I was actually an animal in the wild, I'd probably be dead. Soylent. Does it actually taste good? Like, I'm so apprehensive about trying it because it just seems like it'd be like cement in my stomach. If you've got an excuse to. Ha! Don't put the same flavor into your mouth anymore. Oh god. Ah, do I do freelancing? I do. It's just usually not making stuff. I do freelancing, but it's mostly Graphic design or illustration, so I do like more 2D stuff as freelance for money if I do that. Yeah, I don't know. No one's actually ever hired me to make them a thing. I kind of just do my own stuff for me, which leads to other things and other forms of money in other ways, but not like one-to-one, like I'm selling you my service as a maker or creator of stuff. I haven't done that yet. But I don't know. If someone asked me to and the price was right, I'd probably do it, especially given my current financial situation. And yes, I am totally going to make it rain. Elacio? Yeah, I'm gonna totally, like, do it. I'm gonna go for broke. I'm gonna brokio myself. Pulis squalis. What's that supposed to be raising my hand to say I forget to eat? Yeah, okay, so I'm not alone. It tastes like honey Cheerios? Really? Soylent tastes like honey Cheerios? Interesting. Soylent is awful. Huel? I just saw something on Huel like 2 days ago. You can add pudding mix to Huel and Soylent, and the chocolate Soylent is good. I wanted to get into Soylent because I don't have a lot of time to eat, but there is... they're expensive. I don't even know anyone here, like in real life, who uses it or has tried it as an option. So I can't even inquire as to where to get them and how much they cost and even consider it as a thing, because it's never come up in conversation with anyone that I know here in Vegas. It just seemed like a pretty good like solution for my forgetting to eat during the day thing. It's usually what eggs are for though, because it takes no time to cook up an egg and throw that inside myself. But I don't know, other than that, like I usually get like one meal a day and then I graze on cheese the rest of the day, which is probably not good, but I don't know, I don't move around a lot. It's not like I'm doing heavy lifting or like running or moving in general very much, so I don't think it's necessary that I consume 1,000,000 calories. It's just, I don't know. I can definitely feel it right now that my body wants to eat food, and I should do that. It's like my brain's shutting down. On Amazon, you can... I'll look it up. It just reminds me of like the new solution that protein shakes used to solve. Remember back in the day, like I used to drink those nasty protein drinks that taste like chalk, and that was my solution for whatever it is that I'm doing right now to myself, where I'm not eating. To turn tea into calories. All you need is a blender for fuel. No, that's too much effort. I will never clean the blender to make a thing. Blech. Chai Soylent is the best one. You feel really good when you are on it, but the lack of flavor eventually hurts your brain. Your ancestor fought lactose intolerance for generations for you to enjoy that cheese. I've earned it. Hell yes. Cheese is like an important part of life. That's my favorite food. Like, it makes my face sweat, but I still eat it. So I'm sure I have some sort of cheese allergy, but I don't care. Like when I was in the Netherlands last year, it was all about cheese. That was like 50% of the hunting for me. Like when I wasn't doing what I was there to do, I was trying to figure out where my next cheese, whatever, dose, high, hit, I don't know, whatever you'd call it, was gonna come from. Because they had actual cheesemongers there. Like there are no cheese, there isn't like a cheese butcher anywhere that I've found here in Vegas or anywhere in the States. So was one of the biggest, most pleasant differences between that country and ours, is that cheese was like a big fucking deal, which is the way it should be in my book. I need to make a robot that feeds me periodically. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. I'll look into it. For now, eggs are a pretty good solution, and there's always cheese in the kitchen. Sam's Club cheese, right? I mean, they've got good solutions. Let's see. I don't know. It's been about an hour. I've caught everyone up with what the task is today, but I'm waiting for the adapters for the straps to finish printing so I can attach those. Mark's working on the cord for me. I think once I figure out how to mount that battery in there, which it doesn't look like it's gonna fit the way that I originally thought that it might. I don't know, I'm gonna probably film everything being tested, and so long as everything just sort of works later on today, I'm gonna just call it done and then jump tracks, because I still haven't actually figured out any of the logistics of my trip yet. So hopefully sometime like this evening or tomorrow I can completely put all of this preparation aside and then switch gears and actually look up like where I might want to eat or what train I should take to get to places, because I need to kind of be familiar with that, it occurs to me. But I don't know, so long as I have internet in my hotel room, I'll probably stream once I'm there, because why not? I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to actually be in my room for, but I know there's going to be at least one evening where I'm reassembling Noodle and getting all my stuff back together and testing it, so I'll probably just stream that whole process, because I'm going to be all excited and cracked out once I get there. Or I'll be tired as hell, I don't know. Probably that. Oh. A feeding robot. I don't know, I've never talked with Simone before. I don't know, like, I maybe should, like, tweet at her sometime, just to sort of establish some sort of, like, camaraderie connection between another, like, robot maker. I don't know, I'm bad at being social. Twitter's a weird thing. But yeah, I hear Mark making food. Mark! What are you making? Pizza? We have pizza? When did we get pizza? Oh, so it's old pizza. What? Do I get some? Really? Yeah. I want a pizza. He's making pizza, so I should probably go and eat that. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. So again, as I said like 3 times, because I'm like repeating myself, I'm gonna probably try to get footage of everything in whatever state it's in at the end of today, and then throw that in the update that I said I was almost done editing, and then I'll probably post that tonight. It's like everything that I've already kind of shown, so it won't be that exciting, but I don't know, maybe I'll stream tomorrow, or maybe later on today. Did you just bring me pizza?
Yes.
Is that my pizza?
Yeah, you need a wet nap, because you're going to make a mess.
No way. You brought me pizza.
I brought you a pizza.
You're like the best thing.
I found it in the back of the fridge.
Am I gonna die?
I will if you will.
Wait, what? Wait, when is this from? Was that Monday? Okay, so it's 5-day-old pizza. Noodle wants it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna obey my body and eat a food of food. Let me put this down right here. Shit.
It's fresher than anything you've seen on Kitchen Nightmares.
Deal. Okay, guys. All right. I don't know. In the case that I stream in the next day or two or whenever, I will see you guys then, and I'll show you the general state of disarray that I'm in at that point in time. But that, I'll post updates about the wiring that's going on in there, because that's presumably what's going to happen next after I push this pizza inside of me. And then, yeah, that's that. Gotta make the backpack, and I've gotta make the salmon talk. And then once those two things happen, then maybe I'll like put on a leotard and romp around outside with Mark, and he can take pictures of me being like super nerdy in my leotard with like a piece of salmon on my pieces here. Ow. Move, chair. This goes like here. Yeah. It's
Perfect.
It's like a Gundam thing.
I like that.
It just sort of tucks in there. Yeah, it's like a strip. And conceivably there will be like a little bar of panty to like hold this on. So there's just going to be like a glowing like Gundam spike in between my legs. But this one is actually wearable because it's 40 millimeters like towards the bottom, versus the other one, which I think is like ridiculous. It's like twice as thick, and it was awful. You couldn't actually wear it. But yeah, this like curve conforms to my pelvic bone, and this is about the relative gap of my thighs. I mean, when they're closed. And the sides of this thing light up nice with the LEDs when they blink, given that my pulse is doing a pulse thing, which it apparently doesn't register. So if I'm ever alive, if I ever find life inside of me, then I'll be able to make this thing light up. So hopefully better sensors too. When I get back, that might be a thing. Yeah, just salmon. Salmon! Noodle says he's interested in it. Yeah, he says he needs one too. Mark.
Little mini version.
He gets a little mini.
Oh, that's perfect.
He gets a little like
That's messed up.
micro
Mm-hmm.
Gundam thing. Noodle. He says he needs a little heart backpack so that it can sense when he's aroused.
You see something that's tasteable, like cupcakes.
I think I am actually when I get back. I'm gonna look into making him a mini backpack that's gonna sense when he like does things with his feet, which he doesn't have those feet on him. But like in the hypothetical case that he does, I'm gonna make a backpack that senses like his tasting or dripping that his behavioral feet do, and then reacts to his reactions with like additional sort of behavioral things. So it's kind of like adding a sensory device on top of sensory devices for a robot. And I think that level of recursive inception-ness is comical, and it pleases me, and it's the kind of weird that I like. So I don't know. Noodle might get a backpack too. And then we'll match. I can be that mom that dresses their kid up like them. Like matching. Alright. Okay, kids. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for keeping me company this afternoon. I'll see you around. I'll see you from Tokyo, if not this weekend. So, and as always, I don't know, keep making awesome stuff out there. And thank you for watching. How do I stop this?